about the vulnerability attack, mainly divided into from the two stages before and during the event. Beforehand, first and foremost, the most important thing to do is to install the latest security patches. The security patch must be the protective net, a starting point and key to all our defense. If the version of system is insecure and old version, it must be hard to make a good defense on the internet. Then, we can also deploy some security equipment and security services. Here, also mention a new safety device of core mail. It is the SMC Safety Management Center. That SMC, compared to other IPS and traffic analysis equipment, it has a unique advantage. It's built in the exploitation characteristics of historical vulnerabilities in core mail. So when attackers take advantage of historical vulnerabilities in core mail to attack, then SMC can find, and other devices are hard to find. Another thing that needs to be done before protecting the net is be sure to transfer the log well, because today's attackers are smart. Once the attack is successful, delete the log as soon as possible. The log is the key to further investigation. Once the log is gone, many of them won't be able to be found. In the protective net, mainly pay attention to three things. One is to track the release of patches. This includes the patches of our application manufacturers. It also includes some open source components and patches for open source products. That includes things like operating systems. For example, the 06 for kernel patch. Once new patch is released, we need to achieve an agile installation. During the guardnet, there are some units preferred to locking the network. That is to say, during the entire protective, no changes will be made during the period. That's actually not very advisable, because during the protection period, once you don't allow any changes, if there is a new patch, it will not be available, and the new loophole is another target for the attackers. There is a certain contradiction in this itself. Then in the internet, you can also use various SMC and safety monitoring equipment to begin ongoing safety monitoring about the event of fault. We should pay attention to. Customer side can do a good job with our manufacturer, with positive interaction and collaboration to achieve rapid emergency response. When the customer needs to contact the manufacturer, we need to first classify the safety equipment. Only when we find out when the server is suspected to be lost. At this time, you can quickly find the manufacturer. For example, a typical IDS alarm. The server is suspected to be missing. At this time, it is recommended that you contact the manufacturer as soon as possible. But about WAF's warning, generally don't need to worry about it, because it's a peripheral security device. It usually finds a security attack, will directly intercept, and most of these attacks are actually ineffective. The last point is, in the attack and defense of the whole, to do not believe rumors and obtain intelligence from formal channels, because throughout the defense, there are those who attract attention from the public or deliberately disrupt the line of sight. There will be a lot of so-called vulnerability intelligence. Our core mail official, it's on the internet. If there are new vulnerabilities, we will send the release patch as soon as possible. One particularly important point to note is that some days ago, there are a lot of red teams phishing through channels like a certain team post the 0-day POC of certain system, but it's actually a virus file. This kind of thing is not uncommon on the internet. Therefore, everyone should be careful not to believe rumors and obtain intelligence from formal channels.